To be introduced in the state legislature. The bill was written by Democratic Representative Teresa Berceau of Madison. Republican Representative Andre Jacques of De Pere is a co-sponsor, and he is kind enough to join us now from his Madison office. Thank you very much, Representative Jacques.
Thank you, Erin.
Why is legislation like this important, and why are you co-sponsoring the bill?
Well, obviously drunk driving is a very serious topic, and it's time that we treat it that way under Wisconsin state law. I'm certainly pleased that this has been a bipartisan issue, and certainly happy to join one of my Democratic colleagues on it, but Representative Jim Ott, who's been involved in this legislation in the past, and I've, of course, signed on to very similar bills in previous sessions. But, you know, when you look at about half of all fatal car accidents in Wisconsin related to alcohol, and really, you know, that I think in Wisconsin, more than any other state, there's a higher percentage of drivers that have admitted to getting behind the wheel while they're under the influence, and it has disastrous consequences. I have talked to frontline law enforcement, I've talked to prosecutors, and I've certainly talked to victims' families, and really driving drunk can have just deadly consequences and enormous social costs that we bear as a state. And it's really something that we can no longer treat as a civil forfeiture, essentially as a traffic ticket. In half the counties in the state, you can really even just mail in the ticket without having to appear in court. And I think that's unfortunate. I think that this is a very serious issue, and that's why I'm proud to stand behind the bill.
Let's get into the details. How would this bill change current law?
So currently, we are the only state in the country that treats first offense OWI as a civil forfeiture, as a traffic ticket. And as a result, the fine is typically between $100 and $300, and there's nothing associated with that other than, you know, some other restrictions that can be put on. But this is really hoping to turn it into an intervention point, and a fine of up to $500 and jail time between 1 and 30 days. And I think certainly we could look at, as other states have done, the ability to, if you can prove sobriety, if you can prove that you have learned from the situation and not reoffended within a certain point in time, that perhaps that criminal status could be rescinded. But I think right now, based on the number of offenses that we have seen, that's important that we impose this standard to act as a deterrent, because I think, unfortunately, word has continued to spread that we don't really treat drunken driving very seriously here in Wisconsin, and again, it has devastating consequences for society.
We'll be watching the progress of this bill with interest. Thank you very much, Representative Andre Jacques, for joining us from your Madison office.
Thanks, Erin.
You know, when we see police pull someone over, we typically think